Hello and good morning and welcome once again to Volunteer Week. Today we are speaking with Emma Etheridge, who is in her last year at RHS, that's Riverview High School. Emma, how are you?
I'm doing great, Eric. How are you?
I'm very fine, thanks. Now, it's kind of hard to nail down exactly what it is you do because you do so much, but why don't you just kind of take us through what you're sort of maybe working on right now as a volunteer?
Yeah, for sure. Well, most of my volunteer experiences have mostly been focused kind of in children's programs. So that's really where my heart lies. And a lot of these programs I grew up with as a participant and things like that. So really my big volunteer kind of project right now that I'm with is Shine Productions, which is a children's theater group. So that's for grades 1 to 8. And like I said, I grew up with that as a participant, and I spent 2 years as a junior leader. And the last few years, I've been the acting director. So I'm in charge of the all the actors and the backstage and things like that. And I teach acting master classes and things like that. So yeah, it's really wonderful. And during the pandemic, I also was really lucky to receive a grant with Rising Youth, which is an organization that gives grants to youth that want to impact their community. So me and a team of a few others were able to hand out some sports equipment and art supplies to kids that didn't have access to that when they weren't able to go to school during the pandemic.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, when you talk about the theater with kids from grade 1 to 8, that must be like herding cats with some of them. I mean, that would be kind of a tricky thing to do, I would think.
It's a large age range. Having kids that are just starting to learn how to read and trying to get them to memorize lines, and then also youth that are older heading off to high school and really want to improve their acting skills. So it's certainly a range.
That must take a lot of your time.
It does. And I mean, it's definitely taken less of my time because of COVID, but leading up to that, it was certainly a large job. But we were able to do one production. We were able to do a Christmas production during COVID this past December. So we were able to still give the kids something.
Oh, that's nice. Well, I mean, obviously, it takes a lot of your own personal time to do this, and which is a wonderful thing for the kids that are participating. Like you said, you participated yourself. But what does it mean for you to be able to do this?
For me, I guess it's really just about giving back to the community and giving back to programs that have given so much to me, because it really does take a village to raise a child. And in my last year of high school, I it makes me think about that a lot, like the people that have helped me get to where I am today. And if I sat down and I made a list of every single one of those people, like a great number of them would have been volunteers. So it's really just me getting the opportunity to be able to be that for another kid is really what it's all about.
Well, you must have seen some personal development with some of these kids over the years.
For sure, because a lot of them, they do come in to the program, for example, in grade 1, and then they go all the way through to grade 8. And some of them, I've seen them as a participant and now also as a junior leader and things like that. So that's pretty amazing.
That must make you feel pretty good.
It does. It really does. Seeing kind of seeds that you feel like you planted kind of grow into flowers is pretty amazing.
Well, Emma, that's an awful lot of work, and certainly it seems like a win-win. And on behalf of the community who participates in that and gets the benefit from that, thank you so much.
Thank you, Eric.